Hello there, welcome once again to CITAM Church Online. It is such a delight and a joy to be sharing these videos with each and every one of you. You can catch us on Facebook, on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Drop a comment, hit the share button. My name is Linda Mwaniki, and today we'll be sharing about that unique thing that God has created each and every one of us with. Right here on CITAM Church Online. Once again, karibuni sana. About 2 nights ago, I was up in a country, and I was having a conversation with my aunt on phone. And when we were talking on phone, just around the same compound, we were a bit a distance away from each other. So she was calling me to the main house to do something for her. So when we were on phone, she asks me, have you heard about this plant called Queen of the Night? And I asked her, oh wow, that's amazing, I've never heard about Queen of the Night. And she says it's a flower, or it's a plant that only produces a scent or a smell at night. So eventually, after we disconnected, I went up to where I was going, where she was rather, and in our compound there's that particular plant. And so I smelled the flower, and it honestly produces a very, very nice scent. But the most interesting thing about this particular plant, or this particular flower, is that it produces its scent only at night. You will not smell it during the day, you will only smell it at night. And that's why it's called Queen of the Night. I found it very interesting how God would create creation, and have this particular plant. There are so many plants in the world. I mean, when God created his creation, he created things, plants on the land. There were quite a number. But out of all the millions, or probably the gazillion number of plants that are there in the entire globe, this specific one, Queen of the Night, only produces its scent at night. And I found that very, very unique. That how amazing would it be that God would create a flower with that kind of uniqueness, and not forget us human beings, and create each and every one of us with a specific uniqueness. I'm also reminded of Joshua in Joshua chapter 1, when God was commissioning Joshua, now that his servant Moses was dead, and he was commissioning Joshua to lead the Israelites into the promised land, which he had promised their forefathers. And he tells Joshua in Joshua chapter 1 verse 5 that no man will be able to stand before you all the days of your life. As he was with Moses, as God was with Moses, so he will be with Joshua. And right, just to back up that a bit, I believe from verse 3 or 4 thereabout, God is telling him that he has given him possession over every single place that his feet is going to tread upon. But the uniqueness about Joshua is that God had placed in him the skill of leadership. And as you're watching this video, just to encourage you and to let you know that God has designed you for a specific purpose and a specific uniqueness. And the essence of you having to discover that is to find yourself in prayer and ask God, what exactly have you designed me to do? What exactly, God, have you called me out to do? Have you created me out to do? What is that one unique thing that stands out for me, that whenever people see me, they will know truly this person, this is what differentiates them from everybody else. And just to let you know that God has uniquely designed, if God would design a flower so uniquely to produce its scent just at night out of so many other flowers in the world, how about you? When also Solomon says that he dresses the lilies of the valley. He's a God who also takes care of the sparrows and ensures that even birds have something to eat. That's how loving and amazing God is. I also remember just sharing, today I'll just be sharing with you guys some of the nuggets I captured this week. I was sharing with also some of my cousins, and we were reflecting on the love of God. And one of them was sharing how even some things that they didn't necessarily pray about, God just granted them to them. Things that they didn't even have to ask God for, they just thought about it. Probably it was a new thing, a new outfit they needed, or probably it was finances, a financial breakthrough that they needed. And you're watching this video and you're saying that I have prayed for such a long time, I have asked God for such a long time for a specific thing. To encourage you and to let you know that God is so concerned about you such that even whatever you think before you mention it to him, he is already aware about it. That's how amazing God loves us. That we don't even need to tell him sometimes about some things. He already delivers them to us just by the virtue of us thinking about it. How loving and how amazing is God to us. So if you're discouraged when you're watching this video and you're thinking, is God listening to me? What have I been designed to do? Am I really unique in this specific way? You are unique the way God has designed you to be. And you don't need to compare yourself with anyone. You don't need to look the part. You don't need to prove it, to ideally show what God has created you to be or what God has created you to do. He has uniquely designed you for a specific purpose and a specific reason. And one of the ways you can discover this is to find yourself in prayer and ask God, what exactly have you designed me to do? Another way also is to ask people, people who are around you, and they could know, and you have probably engaged with you a couple of times, or you've been around them a couple of times. You can ask them, what do you think really stands out about me? Those are some of the ways that you can discover what God has uniquely designed you to do or to be. Just to share a couple of nuggets that I have learned this week. Thank you once again for watching this video. We look forward to engage with you on our social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Please ensure that you hit that share button, guys. Drop a comment. I will be there to engage with you after this video. Once again, thank you so much, and I pray for each and every one of you that God will clearly and graciously reveal to you what God has designed you, uniquely designed you to do, if you haven't discovered it. God bless you.